digital domain require sustained parliamentary dialogue, cooperation, and collective responsibility. Honorables, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, we gather today at a critical time for peace and security amidst increasingly complex geopolitical dynamics that put to test regional stability and resilience. This new momentum arises at a moment when we celebrate the 50 years anniversary of the Treaty of Amity and Cooperation in Southeast Asia, a legally binding document to cement our regional peace must continue to be grounded in restraint, cooperation, and shared technological advancement, including in artificial intelligence, are increasingly shaping societies and information spaces across our region. While these developments bring significant opportunities, they also present new risks when misused, particularly in ways that may amplify radicalization and violent extremism, including among young people. These realities underscore that threats to peace and security are evolving in form and reach, and that our responses must evolve accordingly. The ASEAN Vision 2045 reflects these changing realities and calls for innovative, forward-looking, and cooperative responses in an increasingly complex global environment, reaffirming ASEAN's collective commitment to a peaceful, stable, and secure region for present and future generations. In this context, as ASEAN's legislative arm, IPA plays a central role in supporting ASEAN's shared goals by ensuring that regional progress remains inclusive, responsive, and firmly anchored in the lived realities of our peoples. In this regard, IPA member parliaments have increasingly engaged with emerging issues, including the governance of artificial intelligence. Reflecting this commitment, the 46th IPA General Assembly adopted a resolution on encouragement and strengthening collaboration among ASEAN member states on artificial intelligence. The resolution underscores the importance of regional cooperation, dialogue, and knowledge exchange, and calls for informed parliamentary engagement in the development and governance of AI, including in relation to peace and security. Within these strategic frameworks, and guided by the theme of the Philippines IPA Presidency 2026, Parliament's securing a peaceful, prosperous, and people-centered ASEAN, this training provides a timely and practical platform to translate these collective and commitments into concrete parliamentary understanding and action. By strengthening legislative oversight, policy coherence, and monitoring capacity, the program supports member parliaments in engaging responsibly with the peace and security implications of artificial intelligence and emerging technologies. Honorables, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that the exchanges over the coming days will encourage candid yet constructive reflections, mutual learning, and practical insights that enables parliaments in navigating this complex landscape. In so doing, we reaffirm a shared conviction that peace in ASEAN is sustained not only by preventing harm, but by building resilient institutions, informed societies, and responsible governance. On this note, I wish the training course productive discussions and a successful forward-looking conclusion. Thank you, Excellencies.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency Tia. I would like now to give the floor to Honorable Maria Rachel Arenas, Senior Vice Chair, Special Committee on ASEAN Affairs and Chairperson of the Committee on Foreign Affairs of the House of Representatives of the Philippines. Honorable Maria, the floor is yours, please.
Speaker of the House of Representatives, the Honorable Faustino D. III, our partners from the United Nations Office of Counterterrorism, Secretary General of IPA, esteemed experts and colleagues, it is my honor to welcome you to the House of the Filipino people. We express our sincere appreciation to the UNOCT, the Shura Council of Qatar, and the ASEAN Interparliamentary Assembly for their leadership in advancing this initiative and for choosing Manila as its venue. Following the successful pilot phase of this course in Amman, Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan, in November 2025, the Philippines is privileged to host this second phase in Manila. We welcome the opportunity to provide a platform for sustained parliamentary exchange, practical capacity building, and collective learning that strengthens our region's ability to prevent, disrupt, and counter terrorism and violent extremism in the digital age. This training is part of the enduring legacy of the Philippine IPA presidency. From the outset of our stewardship, we sought initiatives that would build long-term parliamentary capacity, deepen cooperation, and prepare our legislatures for emerging security challenges rather than deliver one-off outcomes. Manila is a fitting place for this conversation. In 1997, ASEAN finalized here the Manila Declaration on the Prevention and Control of Transnational Crimes, which affirmed that serious security threats transcend borders and require collective responses. Today, while threats have shifted toward digital and data-driven domains, that principle remains just as relevant. We now face a hybrid threat environment in which violent extremist actors operate within digital and information ecosystems, using online platforms for radicalization, artificial intelligence-generated disinformation, encrypted communications, and digital financing. At the time, governments rely on AI to enhance intelligence analysis, border management, and public safety. In this interconnected environment, fragmented or outdated national laws can create regulatory arbitrage, gaps that malicious actors deliberately exploit by operating from jurisdictions with weaker safeguards. This is precisely why regional parliamentary coordination matters. In this context, this training strengthens three core parliamentary functions in counterterrorism and preventing and countering violent extremism: adoptive legislation, rigorous oversight, and the protection of citizens' rights in an increasingly digital public sphere. At its core, the course seeks to balance security, accountability, and public trust. This training also advances the ASEAN 2026 theme, Navigating Our Future Together, recognizing that if we navigate AI separately, we risk fragmentation. But if we navigate it together, we build resilience while directly fulfilling the IPA 2026 theme, Parliament securing a peaceful, prosperous, and people-centered ASEAN by positioning parliaments as forward-looking guardians of both technological innovation and human dignity in our region. From a Philippine perspective, our experience with Human Security Act of 2007 shaped our belief that security must rest on law, strong safeguards, and public trust. Those principles remain our guide as we confront artificial intelligence-driven risks. On behalf of the House of Representatives, thank you for your presence and commitment to this important work. May our discussions be enriching, collegial, and consequential for our parliaments and the peoples of ASEAN. Thank you very much. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you very much, Honorable Arenas. Now I would like to invite
His Excellency Dr. Cam Vidya, Secretary General of IPA. Distinguished guests, fellow parliamentarians, our partners from the United Nations Office of Counterterrorism, colleagues from the ASEAN Interparliamentary Assembly, members of the Diplomatic Corps, ladies and gentlemen, magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. On behalf of the House of Representatives of the Republic of the Philippines, it is my distinct honor to welcome you to this parliamentary training course on legislative and policy measures to prevent, counter the use of artificial intelligence and new technologies for terrorism and violent extremism purposes. This gathering comes at an important moment for the Philippines as the House of Representatives assumes the presidency of the ASEAN Interparliamentary Assembly, or IPAB. We have chosen the theme Parliament Securing a Peaceful, Prosperous, and a People-Centered ASEAN. This theme reflects our conviction that parliaments are not merely legislative chambers, but guardians of peace, engines of prosperity, and champions of the people. In this regard, it is incumbent upon us to fully understand and maximize the tools that can help our respective nations become more peaceful, more prosperous, and inclusive. One such tool is artificial intelligence, or AI. It is apparent that AI and related technologies had become integral to our daily lives. They enable governments to serve more effectively, economies to grow more quickly, and communities to connect more closely. In our case, we have begun to take steps to utilize technology to make legislative processes more efficient and transparent as part of our efforts to better serve our constituents. But global experience has also revealed their darker dimensions. Terrorist and violent extremist groups have exploited automated social media accounts to spread propaganda and recruit followers. Deepfake images and videos had been weaponized to mislead, intimidate, and inflame tensions. Encrypted platforms and AI-driven tools have facilitated the concealment of identities, the transfer of funds, and the planning of attacks. These are not distant possibilities. These are real cases already documented around the world. What was once unthinkable just a few years ago is now within the reach of those who wish to harm. This is no longer a risk confined to the future. It is a present and evolving challenge that demands vigilant and serious parliamentary attention. For the Philippines, these concerns are deeply familiar. We have seen how digital platforms can be misused to spread disinformation, sow fear and weaken trust in public institutions, particularly during critical moments such as elections and emergencies. We know these are threats we can no longer ignore, so we have taken concrete steps to address this risk through law enforcement action, legislative oversight, and stronger digital governance. Yesterday, among the measures that were included in the priority list was the anti-fake news and disinformation. Our experience has shown us that strong security measures must always be matched by strong safety. Public trust is built not only by preventing harm, but by ensuring that laws are fair, transparent, and accountable. Still, These threats do not stop at national borders. To confront them decisively, sustained cooperation among ASEAN member parliaments is essential so that our laws, oversight, and shared standards move forward. This is why the, the role of parliament is so important and indispensable. We craft the laws and we speak for the people who respect both safety and freedom. This training speaks directly to that responsibility, reminding us that vigilance must always be paired with integrity and collective resolve. For the participants over the next few days, you will explore how artificial intelligence can be governed responsibly. You will look at the legal frameworks, oversight tools, and real experiences from different countries. You will discuss how to prevent misuse while still allowing innovation to serve the public good. Just as important, you will learn from one another because it is in conversations like these that good ideas take shape. I am encouraged by the success of the first training course held in Amman. It showed that when parliamentarians and parliamentary staff come together, practically solutions emerge. Solutions that help improve legislation, strengthen oversight, and uphold human rights while confronting the very real threats posed by the misuse of AI. We hope that this training leads to lasting outcomes. We support the development of shared takeaways and practical references materials that can guide future action. We also hopeful that this parliamentary training course will deepen cooperation within ASEAN and beyond. Terrorism and violent extremism do not stop at borders. Our resolve should not stop there either. I am proud to welcome you to this institution where democratic debate and public service come together. May your discussions be open, your exchanges honest, and your time here meaningful. Marami pong salamat at once again, welcome to the House of the People.
Excellency, thank you very much. I would like to invite now all participants to this stage for the group